Alrighty folks, I thought I'd make myself a little Videogate here since I'm bored out of my mind and there's no DX rolling, wife's out of the house, nothing better to do. 4040's got a couple of sweet ones of these things out. He's got one recently that shows you just how to make one off of YouTube. Boy, that's just doesn't get any easier than that, but mine's pretty easy too. So I figured since I'm bored, I'll just share that with everybody. Maybe it helps somebody out who thinks they may not be able to do one, but yet it's pretty cotton picking easy. So right here real quick, for anybody who's not a member of www.pdx.com, I strongly suggest that you go get aboard the ship, man. This site is the bomb. It is the cotton picking bomb. Anybody who likes shooting DX and talking to good folks, man, you just can't beat this place. I've been a part of some other sites and they all suck. Nothing beats the worldwide pirates at DX, so jump aboard the ship and wave a hand to Turbo and everybody else in the Good Time Gang on that there deal. We'll go ahead and get started so this doesn't get too long. I'll pan back and give everybody an overview of the old station here. It's this little setup we're talking on here. Not much to speak of, but especially compared to 4040's new rig. But anyways, kick things off, I suppose. There's my little webcam. Get you a little webcam, like 4040 said. They are cheap, man. That little booger there is about 25 bones at Best Buy. I think you can even find them cheaper, but thing works good. It's real easy to use. On a Macintosh anyway, it recognizes that you don't have to install a thing. It's running into my USB port right there. I would put it on the computer, but this little MacBook does not have too many inputs on it. So that's what the hub's for. This right here is the program I use. I use QuickTime Player. Pretty much standard on all machines anymore, I think. I mean, I don't think there's a computer that doesn't have QuickTime Player. This happens to be the most recent one through Snow Leopard on Macintosh, but I bet they're all pretty much the same, so we'll kick things off here. I'll just close this out and start from the beginning. No, I don't want to save. So, oh, yeah, oops. If you don't have a picture of the Queen on your computer, folks, I suggest you get one on there. Make your marriage better. She likes that stuff. So up here you get QuickTime Player started. For a Mac it's down in the toolbar, but once you get started, hit File, select a new movie recording. That'll bring up this bad boy right here. You just can expand it and do whatever, of course. I want to get it big enough so that everyone can actually read everything now here, so let me get her opened up as much as I can. Alrighty, so you get your new movie recording, and that's obviously the signal coming in straight off the cam right there, so it's live. But center back up there so everyone sees everything. So right here in the center is the record button. You hit record there, get your gate started. That little slider right there is for the volume on the computer. It won't affect your headphone jack, which I'll show you in a second, because your headphone jack obviously is coming straight off the radio itself. But to get your settings real quick, this is a very basic program. It doesn't have a whole lot, but I'll show you this real fast. These would be your camera selections. If you have a built-in camera in your computer, it's going to be the first one. The next ones will be any other cameras you have set up on there. This one's that Rocketfish. Below that's going to be microphone options. Built-in line inputs, the first one on there, which is what I use. The next two would be internal microphone of the computer in this case, and or the webcam, or whatever options you guys have. There's medium, high, max quality. I've actually found that with these, and that might just be my computer hindering it too, but medium, I'd even go lower quality if I could find less, if I had an option to go lower, but medium's the lowest one, and it seems to work the best. The higher the speed, the slower the needle delay. Like if you talk and the needle's moving way in a totally different format than the voice is. Mine even still has a pinch of a delay, but not if I turn this up to maximum, boy, I'll say audio, and then a split second later the needle will actually move from the camera, so that kind of sucks. But get back up here, and then we'll just show you real quick. Let's do a quick sample. Yeah, I guess real quick before I do that, if you do it this way, you really need headphones. I forget, I think it was Grasshopper that told me that, and boy, he's right, because if the audio coming through the speakers just listening to the band, don't sound too bad on the computer speakers, but boy, the instant you key your key down, and I'm getting my sound coming onto the gate through my talkback through the direct audio line. So I'm doing a real basic setup. I need to get a hold of a mixer, but the economy's kind of kicking me in the bag, so still working on that. So I'm getting my sounds coming in there through talkback, which I adjust on the pot from that Magnum and what have you. So it's working out okay. Could be better. I'd like to be able to turn my voice volume down quite a bit because it's awfully loud on the gates, and that's why. But if I turn it down too far on the talkback pod on the radio, then I actually start to sound a little distorted for some reason. So I keep it where it's at. Seems to be the best without being way too loud, but it's louder than the people coming in. So there's where your mixer comes in. If you can't get a hold of a mixer, that'll help you out, but this is the cheapest way to do it without having to have that. So I'll show you this patch cable real quick that you can go down to Radio Shack and buy. This is two cables right here. This cable right here, this top cable, is just a simple patch cable, 1/8 inch plugs on both ends. It comes from the external speaker jack on the radio down to here, and then you have a Y. One end obviously right here goes into the radio, into the computer, and this other side right here is for your headphones, so you can split off of that so you can hear what's going on. Real cheap. I think this was literally like $7.50 and $7.50 worth of two cables here, man. So cannot beat that whatsoever. Cheap, 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 cheap. So we'll come back up here to the Videogate we got going there and kick the sound off for a second, since I don't want to do it with headphones for right now, but do a little test gate. We'll hit record. Hit record. So now we got a Videogate rolling. Test 1 2 3 4. Little Videogate test here. Little Videogate test here. Check. So something simple like that. And then our gate's done recording, so we hit stop. Turn some sound back on here. And then you have the progress bar, the whole deal down here. We can play it real quick and see what it sounded like.
Test 1 2 3 4. Little Videogate test here. Little Videogate test here. Check.
So there's our gate. Kind of a retarded little dude, but see, there's a lot of dead space at the end, so you click this little box right here, and the bottom selection is trim, and you click inside of this little window here, and you'll get this little solid red bar where you can take out dead space. Like I said, it's pretty basic, but if you know that right there you want to kick that out, then you grab the yellow line and move it down. It'll give you the time of where in the Videogate that's at, 0.2 seconds, and then down here we know that the back side of it's really dead too, so let's go ahead and shorten that up so we don't have a whole bunch of dead static. And that's that. You hit trim, resizes your gate. Really good for the times when you're just on there recording forever and you forget, and who knows, you got 37 minutes of a video. Once you're done, you're like, oh shit, YouTube only takes 15 minutes. That's how you trim it down. Click the same box again. If you have a YouTube account already, it should recognize all that. You click YouTube once, it brings up my account on a different setup. If you have used YouTube and you know that you have to go into YouTube and select a file and do all that stuff there, this makes it real easy. You just click that one time, boom, there's the movie. I can actually name the gate, and then down here I can give it a description, call that was a test, and down here I can give it tags for when Skyhawk or whatever needs to find your deal, or Deer Slayer or whoever. So let's just say that was Deer Slayer. Hit a comma, and then there's a tag. You can put as many in here as you want. I always put Videogate and whoever was on the gate and all that. That way when they get to YouTube they can do a quick search like this and they should find it real fast that way. Click next, and once you click share, brother, you're posting that bad boy on your YouTube account. So go ahead and cancel those things because I don't want them on there. But it's that easy, man. And then boom, those are on your YouTube account, and you're done. You're ready to roll the next gate. You can to me it's so easy. When Skip's really rolling, I've got one gate going, and then over here in another box I'm uploading the other gate already. you can really get a lot of stuff going. So it's pretty cool and easy and quick, and sure hope that helps some people out. If you're part of WWPDX and have any questions about that, shoot me a message. Be happy to answer it. Outside of that, man, y'all take care. Hopefully Skip starts rolling here in my land here soon, and we'll get everyone on a gate. Turbo 981, back out.